Hey there, Soul Shines. My name is Michelle, and I am inviting you to wake up and live. And today we are going to be talking about the first principle in a 6-part principle series. There might actually be another video to this, but this principle is the first principle. And these are the principles of life, of creation, of manifesting, of perfect alignment with source energy. To me, I refer to it as God. Some people refer to God and it's not a religious thing. For me, it is a religious thing as well as an energetic thing. I do believe in a God. Even if you do not believe in a God, or you have a different version of God, that's okay. You can still apply these principles. You can still learn from them. I ask that you be open to receive what you're ready to receive, that you're open to receive the truth for you at this time, and recognize the truth within these principles. So I ask that you be open to that. The first principle is everything, everyone is love. Now, I originally learned these from Rika Zimmerman, and I may not be able to give them the same understanding that she did. She came across them in a 4-day workshop thing that she was involved in, and I came across them like last night in a 2-hour thing she presented. So my understanding of it is probably pretty surface level, but they're still so powerful. They had such a profound effect on me that I wanted to share them. And there are also things that are not new. It was just presented in a different way. So everything is made of energy, right? We know that everything is made of energy. Your body is made of energy. Your experiences are made of energy. The computer or phone that you're watching this on, tablet for some of you, they're all made of energy. The chair you might be sitting in, the ground you're walking on, this earth, everything is made of energy. And that energy is a life source. That energy is life. Without that energy, life would not exist. So everything is made of life energy. Everything. You are made of life. I am made of life. The computer, the technology is made of life. Our experiences are made of life. The ground we walk on, the chairs we sit in, it's all made of life. Life energy. Right? We got that. Okay, so energy. It's life energy. And all of that energy is love. Unconditional, pure love. A kind of love that we as human beings cannot even fully comprehend. We are love. We are made of love. Every life experience we have is made of love. The computer you are watching this on, phone, tablet, whatever you're watching it on, it's made of love. The chair I am sitting on is made of love. The video camera, the microphone, the air around me, this earth, everything in this earth, everything in an experience is made of love. Since everything is made of love, I must be love. You must be love. We are love. Now, everything is made of this loving energy. It's kind of a different approach to it, right? You've got love, now you've got loving. I believe in a loving God. I believe in a loving energy that comes from God. So we are all made of this loving life force energy, and it is loving. And your experiences are loving you. And the chair that you are sitting on is loving you. And everything is loving you. And since everything is loving me and everything is loving you, we are loving. We are loving. You may not feel it all the time, but you are loving. I am loving. And deep in the core, my soul, it is pure love. We love. We are loving. We are love. We are made of love. We are made of loving energy. Okay? And we are loved. Now here's something that Rika did that I thought was so profound and so powerful for me. She wanted us to imagine a baby growing in a womb. And so here's this baby, and it's being created. The life energy is coming in. The love energy is coming in, and it's creating this baby. And do you believe that that baby is loved by the loving energy, by the God energy, the universe energy? Do you believe that baby is loved? It's kind of hard not to, right? You know that it's loved. The thing for me that kind of hit me is, if that baby is loved, I was once a baby. That means that I was just as loved and cared for by the universe, by God, just as loved and cared for. And I am still loved and cared for because I am still made of that same energy. I am still a being in creation. You know, the baby, we can see that it's growing. They grow so fast and they develop from these tiny little molecules of near nothingness, and they grow and they develop in this miracle that we still don't even understand as a human race. They just grow and they develop. And then they're born. And it's really easy. My grandbaby is 10 months old. In 10 months, she's gone from this tiny thing to this like pretty good sized little girl. And, you know, you can see that she's growing. And as my kids are growing, you know, I have my 14-and-a-half-year-old son has gone shooting past me in height. Not hard to do. I'm only 5'1", so I'm not a tall person, but he's just shooting past me. And it's easy to see that he's still growing. It's easy to see that my kids are still growing. They're still learning. They're still developing. It's so easy to see. But do we see that in ourselves? We're still growing. We're still developing. We're still learning to be in that God energy. Like, we're still creating that. We still get to remember to align ourselves with, this is who we are. We forget that in life. We get caught up in the illusions of life and we forget that this is who we are. And that is a part of our learning process. That's a part of why we're here, is to develop these things and to experience these things, to experience life. And we are totally experiencing life because everything is life. Life energy, love energy. So you are loved and I am loved. Since everything that God created, and if you don't want to refer to God, the universe created, your experience created, everything created is loved by this amazing energy around us. Everything is loved, everything is loving, and everything is love. And so if everything is love, you are love. If everything is loved, you are loved. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. This is who you are. This is the energy of who we are. This is the first principle. And I find that this was a huge shift for me. And I have worked on loving myself and recognizing that I am loved, and I've felt that in so many ways, but there was still places in me that were in resistance to this. There were still places in me that were feeling like I wasn't doing enough to deserve being loved. But I am just loved for the fact that I am. And you are loved for the fact that you are. Just being you gives you reason to be loved. You are love. You are loving. That is all that there is. And that's just the way it is. As Rika says, it is not personal. It is not about you. There's nothing you have to do to earn it. It just is the way it is. Because that's the way it is. It is that way. So you are loved. I am loved. We are loved. Everything. All of the energy is love. All the energy is life. So I took notes. Let me see if I've covered everything. If everything is infinite love, infinite unconditional love, then I am made of infinite love, and so are you. If everything is actually infinitely loving, then you and I are infinite loving, and that loving energy is flowing through us. If everything is infinitely loved, then I am infinitely loved, and it is just the way it is. It is just a truth. It is. So she had a healing, kind of an accepting thing. So I'm going to take you through it. And it's in the name of, and you can put God in here, you can put light in here, you can put universe in here, you can put love in here. Whatever it is you want to refer to is that energy, that source energy. In the name of, and you put that there, I'm going to refer to God. In the name of God. And now that is by the light. I didn't do that right. I didn't write down the notes right. I think it's by the light of all that is. In the name of God, in the light, by the light of all that is, and by the law of divine grace, I, and you insert your whole name. So for me, it's Michelle Ann Lewis. Michelle Ann Lewis. Now accept the truth that all is infinite love. That this principle of infinite loving, infinitely being loved, that I am loved, is true. And then she follows it up with a couple of ending statements, but I'm going to have you guys repeat it after me. So in the name of God, insert your own word there. By all that is light, I don't even remember that phrase. But by all that is light and good, by the law of divine grace, I, insert your full name, now accept the truth that this first principle is true, that everything is made of infinite love, that everything has infinite loving energy flowing through it, that everything is infinitely loved. It is done. It is done. It is done. What is done cannot be undone. Now, I had a bunch of thoughts in this that came to me as I was listening to the first principle, which turned out to be a part of the third principle. So, that was pretty interesting to do. I hope that you find benefit in this. I hope that you feel a similar shift in your energy that I felt as I really stepped into being loved, having loving energy flow through me in a different way than I had ever done before. And I hope that you find this powerful, and I am excited to share the other the other five principles with you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Your soul is love. Let it shine. And I will see you guys next time.